friends, I'm Emily with Ennis Montana Yoga. Welcome to class today. So for today, you don't need any special props. If you want a pillow, I'm sitting on one now, or a blanket for padding up knees or being comfortable when seated or laying. I also have a step stool that I'm going to use to demonstrate with. So if you have blocks, or you can use books or a step stool if you like. So go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment, grounding down into those sitting bones, stacking the spine up, one bone at a time. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back, and reach up through the crown of the head. And let the eyes close or just take the gaze softly off the tip of the nose. With that next inhale, starting to deepen the breath, filling the belly, rib cage up to the collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, rib cage, and the belly. And inhale, filling from the bottom all the way up to the top. Exhale from the top all the way down to the bottom. Continue deepening the breath, paying attention to the quality of it, where you feel it in your body. For me, in times of stress and tension, I feel all of my breath up here, all of my tension and thoughts up in my head. So today we're going to work to just kind of bring that down, find some grounding, some solidity, getting in touch with that center, whatever that is for you. Another round or two of breath here. And at the top of the next inhale, holding the breath for a moment. Exhale to release it fully, using the belly to press out that last bit of air. Let the breath come back to a natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. You can come back to that breath at any point during our practice today. And just find your level of effort and ease, working with what you have, where you're at. So next breath, go ahead and make your way down onto your back. You can lower yourself down or roll down. When you get there, take a full body stretch before bending the knees and hugging them into the chest. Grab the front of the shins or the back of the thighs. Whatever's comfortable for you, finding a little side to side movement, massaging the low back. And taking one hand on each knee, starting to circle the legs, just stirring the femurs around in the hip sockets, either together or separately, switching directions as you're ready. And keep that right knee hugging in, release the left foot to the floor and pause. Just take a moment to connect down into that foot, press into the back of the foot, press into the hips, finding that solid connection to the floor. And if you like, you can extend the right leg long, that's the left leg. And with that right knee, you can hug it up to the chest or find a little side-to-side movement. And start to move the ankle, pointing and flexing, circling one direction and the other. Clasp both hands behind the thighs. You inhale, straighten the leg, reaching the heel towards the sky. Exhale, point the toe, deeply bend the knee. Inhale, straighten, reaching it long. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale to straighten, and this time, keeping a soft bend to the knee, start to draw the toes towards the nose, finding a gentle stretch in the back of that leg. You can walk the hands up the calf if that's available. Find some more movement in that top ankle, letting the head and shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Another breath here. And then bend that knee, take it in the right hand, and open it out to the right side, finding a gentle stretch to that inner thigh. Keeping that left leg and hip nice and heavy into the floor. Inhale the knee up to center. Exhale, switch hands. Take it across the body towards the left for a twist. Extend that right arm out to the side, connect that shoulder to the floor, and unwind from that point on. Gaze can be up to the sky or out over the fingertips. Another breath here with your twist. And inhale it up to center, and exhale, hug both knees in. Keeping the left knee hugging in, release the right foot to the floor and pause. Just take a moment pressing into the sole of the foot, pressing down into the hips. Find that grounding, that sensation into the floor. And if you like, you can straighten out that right leg, hugging the left knee in, maybe finding a little side-to-side movement. And start to move the left ankle, pointing and flexing, circling one direction and the other. Clasp both hands behind the thighs. You inhale, straighten the leg towards the sky, reach through the heel. Exhale, point the toe, bend the knee. Inhale to straighten and reach. Exhale, point and bend. Inhale to straighten, and as you exhale, start to draw that straightish leg towards the nose, finding a stretch in the back of that leg. Those hands can work the hamstring, giving a little massage, or maybe walk up the leg towards the calf if that's available. You can find some movement in that top ankle. Another breath here. And bend the knee, taking the left hand, open it out to the left side, finding a gentle stretch for that inner thigh. Right hip and leg nice and heavy to the floor. Inhale it to center, and exhale, switch hands. Take that knee across the body towards the right for a twist. Extend that left arm out, connecting into that shoulder, unwinding from that point on. Gaze can be to the sky or out over the fingertips. Gently unwinding the spine here, wringing it out. Another breath. Inhale it to center, and exhale, hug the knee into the chest, adding a little more side-to-side movement. And release the feet to the floor, knees towards the sky, walking those heels in towards the hips, and take the arms down by the sides. Just pause here, taking a moment, connecting into the full soles of the feet, feeling the weight of the spine into the floor. Spread the fingers, really pressing the hands and the backs of the arms into the floor, tucking those shoulder blades underneath you. As you inhale, press into the feet, lifting the hips and the low back up, and exhale to roll it back down. Inhale, lift the hips, the low back to the middle back. Exhale, roll it down, bone by bone. Inhale, lift the hips, the middle back, all the way to that upper back, finding that bridge. And exhale to roll the spine down piece by piece. Inhale, lifting up into your bridge. And your choice, keep moving with the breath or hold it here. Whatever helps you find the most stability and strength, starting to wake up that back body. Reaching long through the knees, lifting the hips to the sky. One more breath wherever you are. And exhale, pressing the spine to the floor. And the hips find the floor, soles the feet together. Let the knees fall out for a moment. And offer some support with the hands. If this doesn't work for your hips, you can always take the feet mat width and let the knees fall in for some constructive rest. And then bring the knees back up into the chest. Start to give it a little roll forward and back, tip to tail. You can build some momentum, maybe coming all the way up to those sit bones, finding that balance. And take about 3 full rolls, the length of the spine, and either press yourself up or coming up to that seated balance. Swing the legs around behind you for child's pose. So hips back to the heels, knees a comfortable distance apart. Walk those arms out in front of you, releasing the forehead down towards the floor. And a little side to side movement, breathing into the back body. And at any point during our practice, you can always come back to this pose or any other shape that you find restful. Start to wake up the hands here, spread the fingers and make fists a couple times. Roll the wrists one direction and the other, bend and straighten the elbows even. And extending the arms out and coming up onto all fours. So go ahead and find the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll just roll the wrists out a little, so peel the palm up all the way to the fingertips and roll the hand back down. Same thing on the other side. Back and forth a little, just waking up the hands, finding that strength in the wrist, and really spreading the fingers, anchoring down. So bringing it to center, really activating the hands, pressing into the pads of the fingers, scooping the belly in, gently pressing up between the shoulder blades, making this kind of an active pose, but really centering down to the surfaces that are connecting to the floor. With that next inhale, lift the tail, lift the chest and the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tail, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, lift the tail, chest slides forward for cow. Exhale, tuck the tail, arching up into cat, pressing the floor away. Keep going, following the rhythm of your own breath. Starting the movement with the tailbone, rippling it all the way up the spine, moving the head last. Articulating each of those bones along the spine. And bring it to neutral, adding a little side to side movement, wagging your tail, maybe some circles with the hips or the rib cage, just whatever little movements would feel good here. Extend that right leg behind you, tuck the toes for a moment, get nice and solid in center, and inhale to float that leg up and back any amount. Reach through the heel, inner thigh spins to the sky, that right hip rolls down, keeping the hips level. If it's available, you can walk those left fingertips forward on the mat, and maybe add that arm. Take a breath here, reaching long. And exhale, bend the knee and elbow, draw them into center. Inhale, extend any amount. Exhale to draw it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, draw it all in. Inhale to extend. As you exhale, hand and knee back to the mat. Give it a little shake out. Extend that left leg back, tucking the toes for a moment. And centering that weight, scooping the low belly in. Float the leg up and back any amount. Reaching through the heel, inner thigh spins up. If it's available, you can add that right arm, walking the fingertips forward or reaching long. Take a breath in, finding that stability. Then exhale, bend the knee and elbow, draw everything into center. Inhale to extend. Exhale, pull it all in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale to draw it in. Inhale to reach. And exhale, hand and knee back to the floor. Give it a little shake out. Maybe stretch back to child's pose. Take a load off the wrists. Roll them out. Maybe some more cat-cow. Go ahead and walk those hands forward and come into puppy pose, releasing the chest down out of the chin or the forehead towards the floor. It's a big stretch for the shoulders, so just approach it gently. And the spine be nice and long. If you like, you can roll the palms up to the sky, find that external rotation all the way up into the shoulders. Another breath. And then shifting the weight forward, find that low plank. So shoulders over the wrists, knees down. Nice long line from the knees all the way up to the crown of the head. Scooping the belly in, pressing up between the shoulder blades, finding that strength. We'll start with some baby push-ups. So bending the elbows any amount and then pressing back up. You can be lowering just a centimeter. Maybe you're lowering halfway. Maybe just hovering the chest above the floor and pressing it all the way up. Finding your level of effort, a little bit of work here, keeping the elbows hugging into the ribs, belly nice and strong. And then we're going to lower all the way down to the floor for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it all the way down. So tops of the feet, press into the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, peel the chest up, float the hands. Exhale, release it down. Inhale to lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, release down and take a break. And take the forehead or one cheek to the mat. Shift the hips a little side to side. Then bring the head to center, extend the arms along the side. And as you inhale, lift everything up for locust. So reaching long through the toes and the fingers, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, thinking more about length than about height here. And those low ribs and hips are nice and heavy into the floor. Another breath, reaching long. And exhale, release it down, make a pillow for both stacking the hands under the forehead. Taking a break, coming back to the breath. And then hands under the shoulders. Take a breath in to prepare, squeezing everything into center. And exhale to press it back to child's pose. Take a breath here. And we'll find a little flow. So as you inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, peel the chest up, baby cobra. Exhale, scoop the belly in, press back to child's pose. Twice more. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press it back. Again, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale to press it back and stay. So coming back to the breath here. And coming up onto all fours again. Tuck the toes. Scoop the belly in, pressing up between the shoulder blades. And hover those knees off the floor just an inch. Take a breath here, really pressing the floor away. Release the knees down. Keep the hands where they are or walk them forward, one handprint. Scoop the belly in, press the floor away, and float the knees up just an inch. Then either return the knees to the floor for child's pose or continue pressing the hips up and back to downward dog. Starting with those knees nice and bent, find that nice long spine first, and then start to walk the feet out. Press one heel towards the floor and then the other. Adjusting those feet and hands. Maybe you spin the fingers out slightly, rolling those shoulders away from the ears. Pressing the belly back towards the thighs for a nice long spine. Then maybe reaching the heels towards the floor, finding a little hamstring stretch. Another breath wherever you're at. Then soften the knees, look to the hands, and walk the feet up to the hands, finding a soft forward fold anywhere on your mat. Let the feet be a comfortable distance apart, torso hangs, arms can dangle, maybe drawing some circles. Or those hands can grab opposite elbows. Sway a little side to side, letting the back of the neck be nice and long. Exhale, release the hands towards the floor. As you inhale, tuck the tail, roll yourself all the way up. Bring the head up last. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down the back, reaching up through the crown of the head. And moving to the front of your mat, finding that mountain pose. So feet a comfortable distance apart. Lift the toes, spread them wide. Think about setting that pinky toe down first, rolling it all the way into the big toe so the feet are nice and spread. You have that solid connection. From there, drawing up, drawing the kneecaps up, finding strength in the quads, scooping the belly in, roll the shoulders back and reach up through the crown of the head. Taking a moment here, you can close the eyes, rounding down through the feet and using that to reach up through the crown of the head. Then next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward to fold, releasing the head and arms down. Inhale, hands to the legs, flat back, lift the gaze. Exhale, release to fold. Inhale, sweep up with a long spine or roll yourself bone by bone, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart by your sides. And inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep or roll all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart and by your sides. Once more, inhale to sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step that right leg back, set the knee down for a low lunge. This is a great place to pad up that back knee with your pillow. You can fold the mat over. Take a moment with the fingertips still down. Just shift forward and back a little bit. Finding that connection into the front foot. Stack the knee over the ankle. As you inhale, let the arms be heavy. Draw the torso up. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down the back, and reach down through the fingertips. So find that stability in the legs, drawing them together, drawing up through center. And then we'll add the arms, reaching long, shoulder blades nice and heavy towards the floor. Go ahead and roll the wrists out, circling one direction and the other. And then cartwheel the hands down, framing that front foot. And we'll shift the hips back and forth, bending and straightening into that front knee. This is a great place to use your blocks or books underneath the hands to add a little space. We'll come to a stop with those hips back and lifted for your half split. Right hip tucks underneath you, left hip drops, draws back. Soft bend of the front knee, looking for a stretch in the back of that leg. Rolling the shoulders towards the ears and then away. Keeping that spine nice and long. Another breath. Inhale to shift the weight forward, planting that right hand down. You can find your prop here. And inhale to reach that left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, circle that hand down towards the floor. Inhale it up. Twice more. Exhale, brush the floor. Inhale to reach. Exhale down. And inhale, reach and stay. Finding a good place for you, whether that's arm reaching up, then you can bend that elbow, take the hand behind the head, or to the hip or the low back. Stay nice and light into that bottom wrist, drawing back with that left hip, finding that length from the back knee all the way up to the crown of the head. Another breath here. And exhale, unwind it to center, planting the hands, step that front foot back. Either straight back to child's pose or down dog, or you can take a flow with me. Exhale, lowering all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press it back. Child's pose or downward dog. And you can shift the hips side to side. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Bottom of the next exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, walk or step, feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep or roll all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart and by your sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step that left leg back, setting the knee down for a low lunge. Keeping the fingertips down, padding up that back knee as necessary. Just find a little forward and back movement. Connecting into that front foot. Stacking the knee over the ankle. As you inhale, bring the torso up. Keep those arms heavy. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then exhale them down and away, reaching down through those fingertips. So find that stability in the legs first, drawing them together, reaching up out of the waist. And we'll sweep the arms up. You can always take them out a little for a bit more space in the shoulders. And roll the wrists, circling them one direction and the other. Another inhale to lift up a little bit taller. And exhale, hands to the mat. Frame that front foot. And start to shift the hips back and forth, bending and straightening that front knee. As much movement as those joints feel like. Coming to a stop with the hips back and lifted for your half split. Drawing back with that right hip, soft bend with the front knee. Keeping that spine long, melting the belly towards that thigh. Coming back to the breath here, in and out through the nose. Another breath. And inhale to shift it forward. Plant that left hand down, either on the mat or your prop. Inhale that right arm up. And then draw some nice big circles with that top arm. Maybe the fingertips brush the floor. Just finding movement in that upper back and shoulder. And finding a good place to breathe and stay, whether that's reaching up, maybe bending the elbow, hand behind the head, or to the hip, maybe wrapping around the low back. Keeping that right hip drawing back, tucking underneath you, staying light into the bottom wrist. Another breath. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step that front foot back. And either head straight back or take another flow. So finding whatever movement or stillness works for you today. Taking the breath in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Bend the knees, look to the hands, walk or step, feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale, take a nice long forward fold. The hands wrap around the back of the legs. Feel free to walk the feet a little bit wider to make some space. The back of the neck nice and long, and bending the knees as much as you like. Another breath here. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, tuck the tail, roll yourself up, bone by bone. Bring the head up last, rolling the shoulders back. And I'll face the camera so you can see what I'm doing a little easier. We're going to find some dynamic balance. Just make sure you can move in all four directions without running into anything. Start with just soften the knees and just play with shifting the weight from foot to foot. You can close the eyes if you like to really get in touch with those sensations in the feet. Just a nice smooth transition of weight. And shifting the weight into that right foot, lightening up the left, just lifting the heel. Take the hands to the hips. We're just going to drop that left hip down and then hike it up. So we're using the outside muscles in this right hip to kind of stabilize that. Find that little belly dancer hip shimmy. If you want a little more effort, you can even lift that left foot up and find that same hip hike and hip drop. And return the toes back down. Hips find that happy even place. Just open the knee out to the side, bring it to center a time or two. Then opening it up and finding your tree pose. So maybe that's heel to the ankle, the shin, maybe the inside of the thigh, anywhere along that inner line of the leg. Keeping that right hip tucking underneath you, drawing up through center. Hands to the heart, or maybe you grow some branches. Finding your stability in center here. Another breath. And releasing the arms wherever you like for balance. Taking the knee to center, soften that standing leg. We'll take a step forward, lift the back heel. Roll it to center and find your balance. So maybe that's your tree pose. Maybe the knee comes to center. Toes never need to leave the floor. And out to that left side, lift the outside edge. Roll to center. Find your balance. Step it back. Lift the toes. Roll to center. Find your balance. Step it behind. Lift the inside edge. Roll to center. Find your balance. Step it behind, lift the toes, roll to center, find your balance. Out to the left side, lift the outside edge, roll to center, find your balance. Step it forward, lift the heel, roll to center, find your balance, and maybe coming back to that tree pose, hugging that hip in, foot anywhere on the inside of that leg, drawing up through center, maybe growing branches. Finding that stability into center after all that movement. And to come out of this, extend everything out wide and gracefully return the foot to the floor. Good. Shaking out that standing leg and the catching leg. So as we're moving, keeping the knees nice and soft and just finding that smooth transition and change of weight. Good. So shifting the weight into that left foot, lightening up with the right heel, hands to the hips. And just drop that right hip down and then hike it up. Finding that hip shimmy action, keeping this left hip drawing in. You want a little more effort, lift that right foot off the ground and find that same hip drop and then hip hike. And toes to the mat. We'll open the knee out to the side and then draw it to center, keeping those hip points pointing forward. And finding your tree pose, wherever that is. Heel to ankle, foot to shin, maybe the inside of the thigh. Drawing up through center, keeping that hip tucking underneath you. Hands to heart center, maybe growing some branches. So taking a moment and find that stability, that center here. And release the arms wherever you like for balance. Take the knee to center, soften the standing leg, take a big step forward. Lift that back heel, draw to center and find your balance. Out to the right side, lift that outside edge, roll to center, find your balance. Step it behind, lift the toes, roll to center, find your balance. Cross it behind, lift the inside edge, roll to center, find your balance. Step it behind, lift the toes, roll to center, find your balance. Out to the side, lift the outside edge, roll to center, find your balance. Once more, step it forward, lift the heel, roll to center, and find your balance. Maybe coming back to that tree pose, wherever that is for you, drawing up through center, hands to the heart, or grow some branches. Even close the eyes if you'd like a little bit of extra challenge. Another breath. And to come out of this, extending everything long, release the foot back to the floor. Good. Shaking out the standing leg, stepping the feet wide to circle the hips one direction, and the other with those knees nice and soft. And coming back to the front of your mat, finding that mountain pose, rounding into the feet, drawing up through center. Go ahead and close the eyes. Just notice what you feel. Maybe the feet and lower legs feel a little bit more alive, a little more connected to your mat. And allowing the eyes to open. As you inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, and find that chair pose. Weights in the heels, knees tracking over the toes, hips back and down. Keeping us tucked to the low belly, keeping nice and strong in the back. Hands can be to heart center, reach forward or maybe up. Another breath, sinking the hips back and down a little further. And exhale, release forward to fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step that right leg back for a high lunge. Take a moment with the fingertips down, finding those feet on train tracks underneath you, getting solid there before inhaling the torso up. Again, roll the shoulders up towards the ears and down, reach down to the fingertips. Just find that stability in the legs, drawing back with that left hip. Back heel can be lifted or planted. Take the hands to heart center and go ahead and close the eyes. You can open them at any point. Really connect down to the soles of the feet. Find the strength and stability in the legs. And open the eyes. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down and back. Inhale to circle up. Exhale, squeeze the elbows. Inhale to sweep it up. Exhale, draw it down and back. Inhale to sweep up and then reach forward, really scooping the belly in to support the spine. A long line for that back heel all the way up to the crown of the head. And exhale, hands to heart and rotate towards the left. So maybe that elbow hooks across the thigh, or you can undo the hands. Take that right hand across the left thigh. Left hand to the low back, staying lifted in that right hip. Long line from the heel all the way up to the crown of the head, rolling that top shoulder open. Another breath here. And inhale all the way up to center. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step that front foot back, and find your plank for a moment. Knees can be down or up. Pressing up between the shoulder blades, scooping the belly in. And then either head straight back, child's pose or down dog, or take a flow here of your choice. Exhale, lower halfway or to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra, maybe up dog. Then exhale, hips up and back, child's pose or downward dog. Always finding your level of effort and ease here. Another breath. And bend the knees, look to the hands, walk or step, feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, lift up to chair. Exhale, press through the heels to come up. Hands to your heart. By your sides. Take a breath. Inhale, drop into chair. Exhale, release to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, step that left foot back, planting the foot for a high lunge. So find your feet underneath you first, 2 train tracks, maybe walking that front foot out to the side for a bit more stability. And as you're ready, draw the torso up with the arms heavy. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and then reach down to the fingertips. So finding your feet first, drawing back with that right hip, stacking the front knee over the ankle. Back heel can be lifted or planted. And hands to the heart. And if you like, try closing your eyes. Really feeling down into the feet. There, drawing the strength up into the legs, strong in the core to help with that balance. Another breath, feeling what you feel, including the wobbles. And open the eyes, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down and back, opening the chest. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, pulling back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, pulling down. Inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, scoop the belly in, reach the torso forward. So drawing that right hip under you, scoop the belly in, support the spine. Then exhale, hands to the heart, rotate the chest to the right. So hands can stay there. Maybe left hand crosses over, right hand to the low back. Or that left elbow can hook across the thigh. Staying lifted in the left hip, rolling the top shoulder open, reaching long to that back heel all the way up to the crown of the head. Another breath. And inhale up to center. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step the front foot back. Take a flow of your choice or head straight back to child's pose or down dog. It's your practice, so choose whatever movement or stillness serves you best today. When you find the hips back, take a breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Soften the knees, look to the hands, walk or step, feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, lift up into chair. Exhale, press through the heels to come up, hands to the heart and by your sides. Taking a breath. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step that right foot back, plant the heel down, and come up into your warrior two. So take a moment, find your feet first. Back toes are in slightly, front heel lines up with that back heel or back arch. That front knee stacks over the ankle. So keeping the hips nice and low, soften the back knee, shift the weight into that back foot. It's a little bit awkward, just give it a try. And keeping that connection in the back foot, shift the weight forward. See if it feels any different. Stacking the hips, the shoulders over the hips. Extend the arms out. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward and up. Reverse your warrior. Find that space in the side body. Connecting to that front heel, maybe bending a bit deeper into the front knee. Inhale the torso up. And exhale, reach forward for side angle, making contact with that front leg. Back hand starts to that hip, encouraging it to roll open. And then maybe circling that top arm overhead, reaching towards that short edge of your mat. Drawing that left hip underneath you, staying lifted into the back arch. Nice and long in both sides of the torso. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the torso up, reverse the arms. And then bringing it up to center, spin the toes out. Taking a breath, inhale, make yourself nice and big. As you exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, and use the hands to press down. Inhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms up. Exhale, press it down. Inhale, sweep up. And last time, exhale, press everything down and stay here. Good, find that stability in the legs, drawing the knees out, tail tucked underneath you. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down, reaching up and over to that left side. Inhale to center. Exhale, up and over to the other side. Inhale up to center, straighten the legs, spin the toes in, hands to the hips. Take a breath in to lift the chest, and exhale, hinge forward to fold. Release the hands down to your prop or to the floor. You can bend one knee and then the other, kind of shift the weight side to side, adjusting a little bit as you find your fold. Hands can walk back in line with the feet. Come to the outside edges of the legs. And shift the weight from the heels, then towards the toes. Just finding where it feels good, staying lifted in the arches. Another breath here. And exhale the hands to the hips or legs. Inhale, squeeze the legs to draw yourself up, pressing the hips forward. Heel toe or step those feet underneath you, coming back to the front of your mat. Finding that mountain pose. Taking a breath here to check in. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet. Plant the hands back. Left leg steps back, plant the heel, opening up into your warrior two. So finding those feet first, making whatever adjustments you need. And front knees bent over the ankle. Make sure you can see that big toe on the inside of that knee. And keeping the hips nice and low, shift the weight into that back leg, bending the knee. Finding that connection to that foot. And then bending into the front knee, shift it the other way, seeing if it doesn't feel a little bit different. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down the back, reaching out through the pinkies. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reaching up with the right arm, left hand drops down. Finding that space in the side body. Inhale the torso up. Exhale, reach forward for side angle, making contact with that front leg. Back hand can keep rolling that top hip open. Or maybe sweep overhead, reaching long. Staying light into that bottom shoulder. Connecting into both feet. Lengthen the torso. Another breath here. And inhale, torso up, straighten the front leg, reverse the arms. And then bring it to center, spin both toes out. And take a turn here. And as you exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, and press the hands towards the floor. Inhale to circle the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, press it down. Inhale to sweep up. And exhale to press it down and stay. Taking the hands to the thighs, fingers can be in or out. Drawing the knees out. As you exhale, drop that right shoulder down. Take a look under the left. Inhale it up to center. And exhale, drop the left shoulder, taking a look to the right. Inhale to center. And then draw yourself up, squeezing the legs. Spin the toes to center. Either interlace the hands behind the back, or you can stack the hands to the lower back. Take a breath in to lift the chest. And exhale, hinge forward to fold. And if those fingers are interlaced, you can draw the hands away from the back, finding some space in the shoulders. Soft bend to the knees, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. Release the arms down at any point. Maybe coming to the outside of the legs or interlacing behind the neck for some gentle traction. Another breath here. And exhale the hands to the hips or legs. Inhale, squeeze the legs to draw yourself up, pressing the hips forward. Heel toe those or step the feet together underneath you, coming back to the front of your mat. So find that mountain pose again, really anchoring into the feet, drawing up all the way through the crown of the head, letting the eyes close, taking a moment and checking in here. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step it back. Either straight back, child's pose, or down dog, or take a flow of your choice. Exhaling to lower. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhaling back. We're all going to meet in child's pose. So whenever you're ready, knees to the mat, maybe taking them out nice and wide. And you can stack the hands under the forehead or maybe take the hands around the sides. Whatever you need to do to find a little bit more ease here. Coming back to the breath, slowing it down. And then use the hands to bring the torso up. Shift the hips off to the side and swing the legs out around in front of you. Just moving the love away from the sit bones so you have a nice solid connection to the floor. Pressing the backs of the legs down, drawing the toes towards the nose. Scoop the belly in, roll the shoulders back, reaching up through the crown of the head. Take the fingertips out to the sides. And if you like, you can close the eyes. Just feeling the body pressing down into the floor. Strength of all four sides of the torso drawing you up. Finding that strength and that stillness. The next inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, reach forward to fold. Inhale, scoop the belly in, roll yourself up, reach to the sky. And exhale to reach forward. Inhale, roll yourself up, reaching the arms. And exhale, fold and stay. And feel free to take the legs a little bit wider, make some space. Your choice if you want to keep the spine nice and long or you want to let the forehead round down. Breathing here, maybe finding that connection between the hamstrings and the low back. Reaching the heart long. Another breath. Inhale to roll yourself up. We'll bend that right knee, draw it into the chest. Planting the foot to the inside or outside of that left leg. Inhale the right arm up and exhale it around to the floor behind you. Inhale to lift the chest. Then exhale, deepen your twist to the right. Drawing back with those left toes. Turning the belly first, then the chest. Rolling that back shoulder open. Left hand can stay hugging the knee or maybe hook the elbow across the thigh for some gentle leverage. Using the breath here, finding a little extra lift with the inhale, and maybe deepening the twist with your exhale. Another breath. And inhale it to center, and exhale across to the other side for a counter twist. Just letting the head and chest bow down. Coming back to center, grab hold of that right leg and just stir it around, moving the femur in the hip socket, supporting the knee. And sole the foot to the inside of the thigh. You can add some padding underneath that outside thigh, the knee if it likes that. Take a breath in, lift the chest, and exhale, hinging forward to fold. Releasing the hands to the floor, anywhere on that leg. And the shoulders be nice and heavy away from the ears. You're welcome to stay in center, or take that right hand across the left leg, left fingertips out to the side. Take a breath in to lengthen the spine, and exhale, take a look under that left shoulder. Stay nice and heavy into the right hip and the right knee. Inhale it to center, and exhale to release, extending the leg out, giving it a bit of a shake. And bend the left knee, hugging that in. Plant the foot to the inside or outside of the thigh, whatever gives you the most space. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, cartwheel it to the floor behind you. Take a breath in, lift the chest, and exhale, deepen your twist to the left. Rounding down at both sitting bones, reaching up through the crown of the head, rotating around that nice long spine. Right hand could stay hugging the knee or maybe the elbow hooks across the thigh for some gentle leverage. The two sides can be very different, so feel free to take a different shape. Another breath here. And inhale it to center and exhale across to the other side. Little counter twist. Bring it to center, grab hold of that left leg. Just stir it around, moving that femur in the hip socket. And sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh, let the knee fall out, adding support if that makes it happy. Take a breath in to lift the chest, and exhale, hinging forward. And release the hands wherever they like to be, on the floor or on the leg, pulling the toes back towards the nose. You're welcome to stay in center. Cross the left hand over that front leg, right fingertips out to the side. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take a look under that right shoulder. Stay nice and heavy into the left hip and left knee. Inhale it up to center, and exhale to release, giving that all a little shake. And then we'll bend the knees, plant the feet. We'll start with the hands behind the thigh. Scoop the belly in, roll the shoulders back, tip back, finding that balance point. So maybe you stay with the feet connected to the floor. Only go as far as you can, keeping that low back nice and strong and pain-free. You can play with lifting one leg, maybe both, squeezing them into center like crazy. You can extend the arms, maybe extend the legs, maybe take the arms overhead. So find your level of effort here for 3 more breaths. Keeping the belly scooped in and strong, collarbones wide, squeezing the legs to center, and then releasing it down. Take the feet wide, shake it out. And then bringing it in again, finding that boat pose. We'll start with the feet to the floor and find your effort here by tilting the torso back. Again, keeping that low back nice and strong. We'll take the hands to heart center in prayer. And reach those left hands down, reach the hands down towards that left side. Bring it to center, and then reach them over to the right. Bring it to center. Keep going, moving at your own pace, keeping the legs squeezing in. If you want more effort, you can lighten the feet on the floor or bring them up entirely. Again, only going as far as you can, keeping that low back nice and strong. So take one more to either side. Bring it to center and release that. Just let it go. From here, we'll roll down onto the floor. So as I said, you can either roll, find some effort, or support yourself behind the legs or hands to the floor. And make whatever adjustments you need, walking those feet in towards the heels. Tuck those shoulder blades underneath you, hands down by the sides. Inhale, press into the feet, lifting up into your bridge. And exhale, rolling it down, one bone at a time. Inhale, lifting into your bridge and stay here. Maybe rolling to the tops of the shoulders, interlacing the hands behind the back. Grabbing the outside edges of your mat, connecting to the full soles of the feet, reaching long through the knees, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Another breath. And exhale, rolling it down, pressing the spine to the floor. When the hips find the floor, soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out. If this doesn't work for your body, you can always take the feet wide and let the knees fall in. Go ahead and take one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest, and let the eyes close. Just feel the support of the floor, the weight of your body connecting down. Just coming back to the quality of the breath, seeing what you feel. And then use the hands, help the knees back to center. Take the arms out wide, let the knees fall to the right, take the gaze to the left. Finding a twist, and feel free to make whatever adjustments you like to help this serve you better. Maybe crossing one leg over the other, maybe straightening one leg. Inhale it up to center. And exhale to the other side. Again, taking whatever shape serves you best. The two sides can be different, so feel free to do something different. Inhale it up to center. And exhale, hug the knees into your chest. We'll move to Shavasana, our final resting pose. So any last movements or adjustments you'd like. Maybe happy baby, maybe adding a pillow underneath the head or underneath the knees. And the limbs fall away from the body. Coming back to that breath in and out through the nose. If the mind starts to wander like it does, just notice it. Bring the focus back to your breath. Use that 3-part breath that we start class with, or just follow your natural rhythm. Taking a few moments here with a quiet mind and a quiet body. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Find some movement in the fingers and toes, hands and feet. Extend the arms overhead for full body stretch. Bend the knees, roll to your favorite side, taking a moment there. Using the strength of the arms, press yourself up and find a comfortable seated position. On the love away from the sit bones, connecting down into the floor. Stack the spine up, one bone at a time. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears, down the back, reach up through the crown of the head. And together we'll take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And the hands together in front of the heart. Bow the chin slightly in gratitude for making it to your mat today, for all of your effort. Thank you for your presence and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed our practice today, and I'll see you later.